that's a thing. I have the luxury of choice. I'm in a position where if I want to have children, the chances are I could. And therefore, donating my eggs has been a process that's come with ease. There's lots of women that are going through IVF or egg freezing that are having lots of problems. And for many women, they don't have the choice. They can't have children for whatever reason. So just being part of the process to allow choice and allow life and to give that back, for me, is a no-brainer. It's wild still to think that the eggs are going to potentially turn into an actual family. Hi! I decided to be an egg donor when my granny died last year. The last question she asked me before she died was, when are you going to have kids? And I'd never been honest with her in that I don't want them. And the question that she posed me bugged me for a while, and eventually I came to the conclusion that actually donating my eggs felt like quite a full circle healing process, in that I was allowing someone else to have a family, but it didn't involve me having kids of my own or being a parent. So yeah, just dived straight into the ins and outs of how it worked, and it just seemed like the right thing to do. And the more the process went on, the better it felt, and here we are. Well, I'm a yoga teacher by trade, but yoga is definitely one of my favourite pastimes. It's a daily practice. It has been for many years, and I think it will continue to be one of my favourite hobbies. But outside of that being work, I love to spend time with my dog. Walking my dog, just being outside in nature is definitely one of my favourite things. And growing up by the ocean, being by the sea. A really wonderful process just to connect with other women and talk about normalising all choices. I think we're pressurised quite a lot still, unfortunately, to have kids, to do this, to do that, in terms of being a mother and being a woman and what that means. And it's been quite a healing journey for me, talking to all different types of women and learning about all their stories and sharing my own as well, because it is a real miracle situation. Like the stuff that they do, I went into the when they took the eggs out, I went into that process really so how long is this going to take? And 20 minutes later I'm done. These people are real magicians. The work that they're doing is just extraordinary. So to get to be part of this process, I actually feel really, really lucky myself, and really, really blessed to have been part of it. So knowing that someone else will feel that wonderful through this process is a bit of a no-brainer for me, really. In terms of the process itself, I found that I had a really wonderful experience. The process went with such ease. I was actually able to inject whilst I went to Glastonbury. I wouldn't advise it, but it just goes to show that you can continue with normal life and do what you'd normally do during this process. I had a couple of questions as I was going through the process. People thinking, oh, well, you've donated your eggs so that you can't ever have kids. Imagine if you change your mind. Your eggs have gone. No, your eggs don't go. They go for that round of your cycle. So your body continues to produce eggs. And if I change my mind, I will still be able to have children. So if you're worried about it affecting your choices in terms of having your own children, then please note it is very, very unlikely to do that. So you can still have your own kid. I'm an IVF baby myself. So my mum went through this process with me. She went through this process with my sister, my younger sister. So I do understand from what she's told me just how special it is to go through this journey. Yes, there were many elements of it that I didn't realise were going to happen, even though the nurses talk you through, like the swelling and the tiredness and the blotchy skin and the mood swings. But hey, we're women, right? And we're used to periods every month, so it's nothing that we can't handle. So I found the process from start to finish to be a really positive one, and I'm probably going to come back and do it again. There's a really, really amazing program called Freeze and Share that the London Egg Bank have, whereby you can go through this process, and at the end they keep half of the egg for you and you donate half to the egg bank. So it's a really beautiful way to give back, allow other families to have that choice, but also if you are looking to kind of freeze your eggs, buy yourself some more time, whichever phrase or way you want to look at it, you can do that without the huge costs that are incurred by just freezing your eggs. So I know a lot of women want to freeze their eggs, they want children, but they just don't understand how they're going to fund it. It's a big investment. And so a process like Freeze and Share allows them to not only go through this for free, essentially, but it also allows you to give back to other families. And I just think that's the most beautiful thing you could possibly do. So it's definitely worth investigating. Freeze and Share. I think it's really hard to say how I would feel right now, because I know that that's not going to happen for at least 18, 19, 20 years. However, I hope that, as with any person coming to me at this moment in my life with a question or with curiosity, I hope that I would approach them with love and curiosity as well. So let's hope that in 20 years' time, I'm as a person as I am now. I can only talk on behalf of my experience with the London Egg Bank, and they were so wonderful from start to finish. They were so welcoming. They knew my name when I walked back into the clinic, and little things like that just made the whole process really lovely. So I'd just say reach out, drop them an email, drop them a message on Instagram, get in touch with them, and you'll get to understand the feeling that I've had for yourself. It's been a really wonderful one, and yeah, I'm going to come back and do it again. So that must say something, right? Doing it twice, it can't be all that bad.